Hello, welcome to this 360-degree overview of an upland hardwood forest. We're standing in Alfred A. Ring Park, which is located within Gainesville, Florida. Something that you'll immediately notice about this community is that it doesn't feel particularly open, and you can immediately sense a high density of species. This is largely due to the closed canopy that you see above here, because a lot of the trees and a lot of the density are these very large hardwood deciduous trees that create this closed canopy feel. Some of the mid-story plants and understory plants, a lot of them are the beginnings of what may eventually become these large hardwood trees, and are kind of just shrubs here. Like this is a water oak, I believe, and there are also some notable mid-story plants as well. The basic structure of these areas are, in a lot of cases, they occur near streams and creeks and things of that sort, and they sometimes, like in this case, are on these steeped banks that will run into a creek at the bottom of the hill, which that's the case right here. And that is largely part of how the hydrology of these areas works. A lot of the moisture comes from local rain runoff and will be a part of a watershed type system, and that causes the soils to be what are considered mesic soils, which essentially means that it has a medium moisture level. The soils themselves are typically thick layers of sand, which are covered by a layer of organic material like these decaying leaves here. As far as some of the other disturbances in the area, it isn't typically susceptible to fire, although occasionally there'll be nearby fire at-risk communities that will have isolated events that will kind of breach into the upland hardwood forest. But otherwise, it's pretty much protected from that. The main disturbances are mostly human related. A lot of it, since there are these large hardwoods, it is historically popular logging area, and sometimes there'll be foot traffic, that sort of thing, that will also be a disturbance in the area. So generally just human related stuff. And as for the management of the area, a lot of it is just mitigating some of the human related disturbances, so preventing logging, making sure there's no excessive litter, that sort of thing. And finally, talking about some of the ecology, a lot of the benefit it provides to the community are just food for foraging creatures, like you see these berries here, and it also serves as a watershed protection feature. Finally, I'll discuss some of the main notable species that you might find in the area. Right here, we're standing next to a very large short-leaf pine. It's one of the upper story species that you'll find here. And right in front of me is a small, I guess you could say adolescent swamp chestnut hickory. And over here, you'll see a southern magnolia. That's another common species you'll find here. And then, as I mentioned before, understory plant. This is a beginning of a water oak. And then just looking around, I've noticed some evidence of, if I can find a leaf. Yeah, I've seen a few sweet gum leaves, and I believe right over here is that sweet gum, another large hardwood tree that you'll find in this community. Beyond that, there's some other notable hardwoods that I won't get into right now, but it's very densely populated with a lot of different species. But with that, I'll leave you for now. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good one. Bye.